It's your friendly math tutor, Miss C here, and today we are talking about measures of central tendency, also called mean, median, mode, and range. I hear students talking about LeBron James all the time, and I thought, let's practice this skill by looking at the number of points he has scored in his last 7 games. These points come courtesy of ESPN, and these are his games from March 24th, 2025 to April 4th, 2025. All right. If at any point you find the information in this video helpful, please like it so other people can see it. So let's get started. So we are finding mean, median, mode, and range. And the first thing we always want to do when we are finding measures of central tendency is we want to reorder our data. That would be this series of numbers from least to greatest. So from smallest to biggest. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Here's a math tip. You remember math better when you actually do the math while watching it. So you might want to do this with me. All right, so here we go. I think reordering is my least favorite part of finding measures of central tendency because it can take a really long time if you have a big data set. All right, I always like to double check that I wrote down the number of numbers that I had. So there's 7 total numbers. We can tell that here. I've got 7 total numbers there. So we're going to start with mean. So a lot of times mean is also called average. You hear that in sports a lot. They mean the same thing. Mean is just the more mathematical term. So the way that we find the mean is we add every single one of these numbers together and then divide by the total number of numbers, which we know there's 7 games here. So this is what you would type into your calculator. Okay, we're adding all of the numerator together. And then we're dividing by 7. Just as a reminder, all of these numbers, I'm just counting these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or it's said here in the problem. When I do that, I get 155 divided by 7. Okay, the mean then, and I'm going to use my curly equal signs. That means it's approximately equal to, because this is a decimal, the mean is approximately equal to 22.143. I rounded up to 3. Okay. What this means is that on average, within these 7 games only, LeBron scored an average of 22.143 points. Now, if you're a basketball player, you know that you can only score 1, 2, or 3 points. So this is one of the, I would say, one of the areas of math where we just have to know that it's an average and you couldn't actually score 22.143 points. So this is one of the limitations of measures of central tendency. All right, let's move on to the median. So the median is the most middle number. Okay, so this is the reason we actually write our data from least to greatest, because we need to find the middle. So luckily we have an odd number of data points, so we're going to land on a exact number. So basically what we want to do is we're going to count in the same amount. So 13 and 33, that's 1 on that side. 16, 27, 1 on both sides. 27 and 25. That means my most middle number is 24, and that's my median. Okay, let's talk about shortcuts. If you have, and I should not probably say equals. Okay, well, the equals is going to stay there for now. So let's talk about if you have a large data set. So one of the things that's nice about having an odd number is you know you're going to land on a middle number by itself. So one of the strategies you could do is subtract 1, right? And that subtracts the middle number. So you would have 6 data points, divide it by 2 because you've got 2 sides, and then you would get 3, right? So I know that I need to count in 1, 2, 3 units to get to my median, which would be the 4th number. Okay. I'll make another video and show more explicitly how to do that with a larger data set. All right, the mode. So our mode is the most common number. Okay, so let's look at our data set. Do you see a number that is repeated more than once? there are no repeated data. So that means there is no mode. So we're just going to say the mode is none. Okay, modes, there can be one mode, there can be two modes. We would say it's bimodal. There could be three modes, trimodal, and so on. There can also be no modes. So at no time during this game or during these 7 games did he score the same number of points in at least 2 games. So that's what the mode tells us. And then the range. So the range is the difference between the greatest number of points he scored in this case and the least number of points he scored. So in this case, our maximum, or the maximum points he scored, was 33, and the minimum points, or his lowest scored points in a game, was 13. So what that means is our range is 20. So that means from his highest scoring game to his lowest scoring game within these 7 games, there was a 20-point difference. All right, so there you have it. This is a breakdown using statistics of LeBron's point scoring performance over these last 7 games. If you found this video helpful, please like it so other people see it. Consider subscribing to this channel so you don't miss anything math related. And remember, till next time,